We talk. Hey, you made it. Take a breath. This is your moment. Right here, right now. We talk big dreams, small steps, real days, messy hearts, and finding our way. Welcome to this big life, where the little things change everything. Pull up a chair, press play. Let's groove, let's live, let's live. Yeah, this big life.
Hello and welcome to episode 7 of This Big Life. Do you see I got that right this time?
I do.
Yeah.
I still get a fright when you say the episode number.
I know. Imagine that's at episode 7.
7
Scary.
episodes.
Scary. 7.
Who knew we could talk for that
Who
length?
knew?
What?
Who knew that we'd have
Did you
that
know
much
we
to
could
talk
talk for that
No.
length? No.
Because when we were starting to do this, we thought that we might be hard to fill space.
Yeah.
In fairness, because sometimes if you're not with the right, if you're not with the right company, it's hard to fill space.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gone all right.
Yeah, we kind of always talked anyway.
Yeah.
About everything and anything.
Yeah. I think so.
Things we shouldn't.
Things we shouldn't talk. Things that we will not be talking about. She's meant to get onto the subject of the SEX.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
do you know so she even goes really quiet when she says it? Like, why are you such a prude about that?
I am an interfaith minister. I can't be discussing things like that on public air, Siobhan.
You're also married.
I'm also married, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's that?
So why can't we discuss the sex?
No, you can't even say it out loud either. You thought the sound was bad in the last episode or the episode before. It'd be bad when we're talking about that. I'd be whispering. I remember what time I was. Not in a million years. Anyway, how is everybody?
Hope you all had a good Easter.
I'd say you're rolling around the floor if you're not like me after eating all the Easter eggs. I had a ball. Yeah. I absolutely love.
Do you love?
Love. I was never a chocoholic. Never.
Now, do you love Cadbury's as opposed to the other ones, or where are we sitting with that? What about the actual the palm oil and all that controversy this year? Did you even hear that?
No.
Okay, they were taking out some other ingredient.
Is it something to do with me not eating chocolate?
Well, supposedly Cadbury's don't taste the same because they took out the palm oil, or they put in palm oil. Now, let me just think this through. They use palm oil instead of something else, and they don't taste the same.
Well, mine tasted lovely.
Did it taste different?
I don't know. It's chocolate, Siobhan. Chocolate is chocolate. Well, no, chocolate is not chocolate. I'm going to have to go and get myself more chocolate now and do the test.
Yeah.
Hey!
Because they do reckon, so if it has palm oil in, because they put in the palm oil, because supposedly Cadbury's, you're using the palm oil now, and supposedly, I know nothing about it really, it's cheaper.
Right.
So they reckon it does.
Cheap chocolate.
Yeah, it does change the taste of it. Now, I haven't eaten any yet.
Cadbury's?
Yeah. Because my Easter eggs do last forever.
Why?
Because
you don't live in this house.
Yeah, well, I do have to be in form for eating them, I have to say. And then sometimes I can go mad eating them. Normally, I could say to you that I'd even have an Easter egg before Easter. Little small ones.
I'd have an Easter egg before breakfast.
No, well, I'm not a huge chocolatey person anyway. I love savoury stuff. But
I never liked chocolate, Siobhan. Well, that's a small bit of a lie, Nicola. Yeah, sorry, correct myself there. I won't say I never liked chocolate. I do like chocolate, but I would never consider myself a chocoholic.
Okay.
I love batch bread, butter, and we had plenty of that.
We did. We actually had our
soup today,
and our batch bread, and the corned beef sandwiches.
And the fresh corned beef from Milani shop in Robertstown.
So if you're following us for a while on our journey, you'll know that I love soup. Soup
addiction.
Soup. I think I'm actually addicted to soup. I actually think I am.
I said there's a medical condition.
Yeah.
There has to be.
Yeah.
I have never seen anyone eat soup, drink soup, whatever way you call it soup.
Yeah.
28 degrees last year. The sweat was dripping off me, and Siobhan had soup. Then she went mad one day and she had a little chowder.
Yeah.
Which is fish soup.
Yeah. I do love soup.
Soup. Go home from work. Well, what'd you do yesterday?
No, I just had a soup.
Just had soup. What's wrong with you,
Yeah.
Siobhan? Goes on holidays, what you bring? Soup.
Yeah, I do. I love soup.
Has anyone else got that issue?
There is.
That there's something?
Didn't you look it up when you said
I
there is
said,
some?
no, I didn't look it up. I'm not medically trained, but I reckon it's some kind of deficiency like salt, because soup is basically, there's not salt in soup. So I reckon that there's a deficiency in her somewhere. Definitely. There's a few maybe, but definitely
Yeah,
salt.
well,
is one.
like
She's missing something. She's missing something.
no, I love
But-
soup.
I know, Siobhan. I actually never seen. It's
Yeah.
not. No, I like soup. I enjoy a bowl of soup. You are obsessed with soup.
Yeah, well,
Ask anyone that knows her.
yeah.
Ask her family.
I'll have
Obsessed.
now. I love like a hot cup every now and again. That wouldn't be. I like a decent soup, like. But I'll take the hot cup anyway. I like cup
You'll
of
take
soup.
anything once it's soup.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. I love soup, and I love
Something
like I wouldn't drink a load of tea or coffee or stuff like that, but I do love a soup. I'd have a soup in the morning.
Yeah, I know. One cup of tea, Siobhan. No, I'll have a cup of soup. What? That's not an alternative. It's coffee, tea, chai latte, iced latte,
I don't.
monkey,
I've
yaki,
I have
whatever.
coffee in this though.
Yeah, but no soup. Soup. She did have the soup. But if you like corned beef, lads, corned beef, fresh corned beef sliced in the tin from Milani's with batch bread,
Ah,
loads of butter. If you have a hankering, what's the word?
Yeah.
Hankering. A hankering for something savoury.
oh.
Go to Milani's in Robertstown, get
Just
the
eat it
fresh
out of the bag.
Yeah, she eats it.
Eat out of the bag.
Her meat, like she makes the sandwich.
Oh,
and the
love
meat
it.
is like thicker
I
than
like
bread.
I like maybe 6 or 7 slices of meat on it.
I know. I'm the
Yeah.
opposite now, but she does make a nice corned beef sandwich.
Yeah, I love
But
it.
that's what we had now before we got started today. So we're ready to
We're ready
rock,
and we're flying.
flying. We're not
So-
really so full after soup.
Yeah, well, that's true. We're a little bit
And
sluggish.
soup causes me a little bit of wind. So
Yeah, so like, wish me luck, lads. Wish me luck.
she said she can't work under
I
these
can't work
conditions.
under these conditions. Like, I'm going to have to talk to somebody. Who I'm going to talk to now is another thing because she's sitting beside me. But yeah, I definitely don't know about
I'll
this.
just blame the dogs.
Yeah, the dogs.
You know,
There's not even a peep out of the dogs. No.
Even do another ear.
I'm telling you.
They're the best of little babies. Anyway, I hope you're all well.
You know that saying, blowing
we
out your
are-
own arse?
yeah,
Yeah, well, that's literally
yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen today now. Not yet, but it will. But I hope you're all well. I hope you're good. I hope you've recovered from the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
And I still have a few to get through, but I get there. You know, I'll stick with it.
Yeah.
I'm not a quitter. That's
I'll start.
huh?
I'll start
Oh
picking up.
God, I wouldn't even last. I'd be like, go
Yeah, I'll
away.
start picking up.
But we had a lovely Easter, and but I did realise something, Siobhan. I'm getting so old. So old.
Why?
It's depressing. One of my nieces and one of my nephews, I've 16 or 17, I don't know many of them now, nieces and nephews, and one of them celebrated their 40th the weekend. I'm like, yesterday actually, or Friday was it?
But the
Friday.
years do creep up,
Thursday.
don't they?
And I'm like, oh my God, yeah. If he's 40. Now, in saying that, my father's uncle was 2 years younger than him. But that was the thing years ago, wasn't it? When the families were so big, like you had, but like now, it doesn't make it any easier for me when I realise my nephew is 40. That means, oh my God, I'm so old. Or, do you know the other thing, when someone says, do you remember when you used to work? I used to work in a pub years ago.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember when was that? And I was like, oh, that was, I go, when ago? What year was that? And I go, it's 30 years ago. And I go, oh my
know.
God, it's 30
Like
years
30
ago.
years ago.
Yeah.
That is serious.
And I remember when my mother used to be telling stories about when she worked in different places, different jobs and stuff. And I'd be looking at her like, oh my God, you're like,
That's a lifetime ago.
that's 200, you're 200
Yeah.
years old.
That's a
How
lifetime ago.
old are you? Like, and now I'm that person and I tell the
I
stories.
know
of
it's
that.
like that. Like, and before you know it, those stories are like you're talking about the olden days.
I don't feel 51 though. Do you feel 57?
No. 57. You cheating bitch.
I do that to Ben all the time.
No. How old is Ben?
Ben is 55. 55.
No, I don't. And then sometimes I wonder, is there a way that you're supposed to act when you're that age?
No.
Well, that's okay because I've lost that anyway.
Yeah,
that
no.
investigation.
What? You're supposed to act the way you want to act, no matter what age you are.
No, but you know, years ago, like in fairness, when you were a child, like, and you were looking at someone, and maybe they were in their 40s, right? Because they were ancient then, right? They were ancient.
Yeah.
So if they were like doing something, or if they were up on the floor dancing, and they were going mad or something, you'd be going,
Like,
"Let's sit down, like,
sit
come
down.
on."
Yeah.
Like, You're an
Bit of
L
dance,
one. Get
yeah.
in there, will you?
Daddy, what's he called? Daddy dancing.
Yeah.
Father dancing, whatever.
And then here you are doing the same.
I'm rocking it. I don't care. I went to a birthday party recently. I had no drink taken. I was just drinking tea, and I got up and I danced all night.
That's what.
Doesn't
That's
bother
what
me.
I
It's I don't need drink to get up and
That's what I
throw
mean.
shit.
Then, so like, so are you supposed to act a certain way? No.
No. What are you supposed to do? Sit home knitting, crocheting?
No. But are you supposed to go out and be a little bit more reserved?
No.
Are you
Well, I'm
supposed-
not.
What about your clothes?
Well, I'll take off the miniskirt, will I? Underneath this table, I'm wearing a hot pants. No.
Yeah.
No, my clothes would be reserved anyway. Oh, they would though, Siobhan. Do you mean dress age appropriately?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, I've dressed the same all my life. I didn't change because I got older. There's just certain styles I like.
Like, do you think, like, because I wear jeans with whips?
You should be ashamed of your life.
Yeah, well, like some people do think that.
Why?
I wear leather shorts with tights.
Yeah, they're cool. Listen, if I could wear leather shorts with tights, I would fucking sleep in them.
Yeah, okay.
I cannot wear
Not
them.
that I give a shit.
Well, I could wear leather shorts. I'm going to piss myself laughing thinking about that now, Siobhan. No, I couldn't do it.
But you know it's all the fashion now.
Because then I'd have to wear knickers, and then hair tights, and wear shorts. I would actually piss on myself. No, so that's not going to happen.
If you're having a day like today,
Oh, I'm having like today, yeah. It's like
exactly.
jumpsuits. I love an old jumpsuit. I can't wear them because I just, again, I get off
Yeah.
and be drowned.
No, I have to say,
I'm
hate
ignoring-
them.
I'm ignoring you, Siobhan. I'm very sorry about that now.
a bit of a late night.
It's Easter eggs. And I didn't have any. I should be yawning. Now you're going to make me yawn.
I got my presents in other ways, you know what I mean?
Stop it. I apologise to anybody listening of delicate nature. There is no need for that kind of talk.
I take my eggs in other ways.
Oh, I'm not even going to say it. You had a duck's breakfast. Do you know what a duck's breakfast is?
But I can't be good. It just can't be good.
It is a duck's breakfast. All right, a drink of water. And I can't believe I said that.
Is that what you call it?
Why did you make me say these things, Siobhan? I'm mortified now.
Is that what you call it? Duck's breakfast?
Duck's breakfast.
Right,
That's an old
drink
one.
water.
Yeah.
Well, I had half the duck.
Don't even go there.
I didn't have the water.
She didn't have the water. That's disgraceful.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
at our age, you should have more
You
respect
see,
to
I
cop
did
on.
say at your age. Is that part
I
of it
just
as well?
no,
At your age.
Siobhan thinks I'm a prude. I'm not a prude.
At your age.
I couldn't give a two
Oh
bucks
my
if they were
God.
at it. The household breakfast time once they're not at it in my house, I don't care.
Like you can't hear. As long as you can't hear anything, you're right.
Once I can't hear anything, yes, I don't really care.
Oh God.
Anyway,
that was actually funny.
we had some lovely messages sent in over the last couple of weeks. So it's amazing, like, you know, the amount of people who struggle with confidence, and it's not by their own doing; it's by somebody else's
Other
doing.
people's in
Yeah.
other people's hands. Yeah.
Yeah, other people who make them, you know, I suppose, aware of maybe what someone else see as a flaw, or, you know, their weight or their hair or their style or whatever. And it kills me. Like, I just want to go out and tell people, mind your own business. That's it. But anyway, we had a lovely email from a lady. I'm going to read it out to you now. And again, we're not going to give out the name because it's confidential. Whatever comes into us, it's going to be held in confidence, the name and that. So we've removed the name. It says, "Hi, ladies, enjoyed your recent podcast. I suppose what really impacted my confidence was when I was in my late teens, early 20s, and hanging around in a gang, as you did then. And one of the lads called me aside and told me, now, if I got this lad, I'd slap the head of him.
Okay, because I can relate to this.
Right. Your face is good, but if you don't get that body sorted, you'll never have a guy interested. So what? If they're like you, we don't want you interested in us. But anyway. He was one of the nice ones, acted like he was doing me a favour. The saddest part was I believed him. I always struggled in relationships and body confidence, and eventually gave up dating about 10 years ago. I'm in my 50s now. Anyway, I tend to use humour to hide away when I'm hurt, when I'm lonely. I was always the joker, but learned to use it less now. I'm hoping the confidence you two lovely ladies have will rub off on me, and I'll pick up some tips. Loving the mantra, you can't change the people around you, but you can change how you react. Going to work on that one. Looking forward to the next part. Right, well, there you go. I just think if it was me and he was in front of me, he wouldn't be here to tell the tale.
Well, for starters, he wasn't doing you any favours.
No.
He wasn't being your friend.
He was being a smart arse, a narcissist. So it's a form of control. I'm going to tell her something about herself that will put her back into a little box. That he probably looking like your friend. And really, the truth is, if you think about it,
He ain't no friend.
he's no friend, and he was manipulating you and probably trying to make you vulnerable. So he could probably take advantage of you, because I would say 70% of men do like women with a curve. They just don't want to admit it because it's not cool.
It's not cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not cool.
And then you know what? When he's telling you that, he's making himself feel better. You know what I mean? Because there's obviously a few flaws he's a bit insecure about as well. So
Oh, I would say if you look at him now, he's probably no oil painting, as my mother would say.
Yeah. But isn't it terrible? Like that lady's now like at 50.
50.
And like I know loads of people would love a life partner, or not even a life partner. Somebody, you know, they could say to you that it'd be lovely to go for a drink with, or go to the cinema, or they don't necessarily want to live with them, but just someone that you'd have a bit of company with.
Yeah.
I think it's terrible that we've got to that stage, or get to your 50s, that you don't have that. Because, like, let's face it. And I mean, obviously I'm married for a long time, but everybody loves male company. If you're a female, you do. No. Besides,
not male company.
No, but it is nice to be wooed a little. Of course, it is.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
Obviously, whether you're into fellas, girls, whatever it is, but it is nice to be wooed. It is nice for someone to look at you and go, you know, she looks well, or she's gorgeous, or somebody to say something to you like that. And it doesn't matter what you say, Nicola. Your friends can say to you, God, yeah, you look fantastic. That's beautiful on you. But like, if you were like wanting maybe a life partner or someone, or, you know, you had an interest in somebody, and they said to you, male or female, whatever sex you were into, and they said it to you, that does perk you up.
Yeah, and as well as that, though, it's also nice to have that person to talk to.
It is, yeah.
It's to have the companion. You're not talking about looking for a husband or a wife or
sex.
Stop it.
No, you're not, though. Seriously, you're not.
You're not. It's not about that.
Now, we wouldn't mind a bit of that on the side.
No, well, you know,
with this instinct, we're not talking about
this instinct. I'm even getting tongue tied now. In this instinct, we're not talking about sex. We're talking about companionship and friendship, and having your person, having someone to sit and have a conversation with. Did
you ever meet anyone that said anything to you about your weight, like in a relationship with you, casual or otherwise?
Oh, loads.
Like men?
Yeah.
What? Seriously?
No, they're still alive. I didn't kill them.
No, that's what I was. No, my next one was R.I.P.
Well, yeah, no, I would have come across.
Now, I'm not talking about someone that you just met. I'm talking, you know, in random meeting them in the pub or something. I'm talking about, were you ever in a relationship with somebody, or counted them as a really good friend, male? I'm saying male because that's the opposite to you, male-wise, and that actually said something to you about your weight.
Yeah, I would have had people say something to me about my weight. Like, not relationships. Maybe
relationship-wise.
Friends, families.
Has relationship-wise ever...
Relationship-wise, I don't think so. No, can't say. No. I wouldn't have been in a relationships with I would not have been in a relationship with someone who had an issue with my weight in the first place.
Okay.
Because I would have gasped that from the start. I would have known that from the start. Because I've never been like just a little bit curvier. I've always had weight. Proper, honest to goodness. Here she is, going through the door.
The good bit of roast beef and the sponge.
I've always been straight into that room. Here she is. That's the one that had all the Easter eggs last weekend. So I suppose I've never had the, you know, like some people say, oh, I put on weight now, but when I was probably about 16, you know, I was always, even in my teenage years, probably about an 18, 20, and, you know, so I've always been a good build, good strapping woman, you know?
Yeah, but were you ever somewhere and you heard, let's say, a man and a wife, and maybe the wife is a little bit, and the fella says, oh, come on, Chubbs, or do you want this? Or did you ever hear somebody say something like that to their wife or their partner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was sitting at a table one day, and this fella said to the girl. She went to get something else, whatever, another thing in the middle, whatever was in the middle of the table, biscuit, bread. I can't remember what it was. And she went to get another one. And he said, I don't think you should eat yet. You've enough. You're piling on the weight. And I said to myself, bite your tongue,
Yeah.
Nicola. And I looked over and she just dropped it down and wasn't going to eat it. And then I wasn't going to say anything until she dropped it down. And then I said, if you want to eat that, you eat it. If you don't like that, there's a door over there.
Yeah.
And if I was you, I'd use it. But I certainly wouldn't allow anyone to talk to me like that.
Yeah.
And I said to myself after, I was raging because I thought, it's not my relationship, it's not my business. I shouldn't have said it. But at the same time, like,
But
you know,
she obviously wasn't strong
what?
enough
You know,
to
she wasn't
say
strong
to him.
enough. Now
to
she's not
say.
with him anymore, thank God. And he's not dead. Nobody killed him. I'm not responsible. But it's just like, do you know what? Take me as I am right now, or don't take me at all. Do not expect. It's the same as like myself and Ben would often call one another pudsy. Why you eat now, puds?
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, we always do that. But that's not.
That's not. It's not
That's not.
vindictive or hurtful. It's
No.
not.
But one day I did say to Ben something, and yeah, shite. And he took something, I don't know, I left something in the press and he ate it. And he's always doing it, right? And he does it to annoy me.
Yeah.
So this day I was in really bad form. I came in and he had taken whatever it was. And I said to him, you fat shite. I can't believe you called me that. And I was like, I didn't mean it now. I'm sorry. And I apologize. But I really did hurt him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Ben carries no weight. Like Ben's a little beer belly.
Mm.
But like other than that, he's you know, he wouldn't carry weight as such. He's always been fit and kept himself fit. But he put on a bit of a beer belly because we
Yeah.
go away a lot. But
Well, then that's your fault, really.
but we're athletes again, so that's okay.
Yeah.
But I could see I hurt his feelings. So I said it 10 times after that. No, I didn't. I could see I hurt his feelings. So
Yeah, I was often somewhere though where I heard.
Yeah.
Now I've never, tip wood, thank God, Willie has never said anything to me. Never, I have to say, in all the years.
Willie wanted us to call this two bellies, Siobhan.
Yeah, he did want to call it. Which, in fairness, actually, I don't know where he came up with that.
What?
But anyway.
What are you on about,
Yeah,
Willie?
but no, in fairness, he has never, ever, ever said anything to me. Never. In all honesty, never.
But again, you see, Siobhan, it goes back to you wouldn't be with somebody if that was what their outlook was.
We wouldn't be with someone.
No.
But the amount of people that are with people.
Yes. Now, there you go. I put myself into, and I made mention this once. I was going out with a fella, my mum hated him, and I see why. But I was just very lonely at the time, and I ended up with this fella.
Yeah, you said
years.
that.
Went for about 2 years. But he wasn't very, what would you say? Supportive. He wasn't a companion. It was all about him. I mean, like, we didn't really do anything as a couple. He came down here every second weekend and we went to the pub, or I went up there and we sat in the flat because he didn't want to go out, and he would drink wine or whatever, or drink cans or whatever it was, or we might go to the cinema or something. Like, it wasn't really a relationship. But I was at such a
Low ebb.
Thanks, Siobhan.
It wasn't I'm your friend. I'm allowed to say
I
that.
wasn't I wasn't really at a low ebb, which is the strangest thing ever. I was still a very confident person in myself, but I was very lonely.
Yeah.
Like, there's a small bit of a difference. I wasn't not sure of who I was. I was still quite confident, but I was just very, very lonely. And I remember actually a lady who lives down the road from me said to me, only a while back, only a couple of years ago, she said, do you remember that chap you went with for a little while from Dublin? And I said, yeah. And she said, he wasn't nice. And I said, well, you know, I said, there's a reason we finished. And she said, no, he wasn't nice, and you weren't yourself when you were with him.
Yeah.
And I thought about it after. I said, I probably wasn't. I probably was. I'm just settling.
But
I was settling.
I do think sometimes you change yourself to accommodate that other person. You try and fit in, you try and make them happy, you try and kind of please them and work in their way for you know what I mean, to if you're lonely and you just want it to work and you want that friendship. And
everybody might do that at the start. We all do it. So when you meet somebody, because we're two different people.
Yeah, of course. You do have to bend a bit.
Yeah, you do bend a bit. And there's different things that he do and that she do or whatever.
Yeah.
And so you go to these things, you try them out together. They might not be for you, but you go anyway. And then after a certain length of time, you realize.
You kind of find your own path.
Yeah, you find your own path. This is not, Ben likes football, soccer, sport. I like set dancing, two completely completely different people.
But in
we'll find a
fairness,
happy
Ben
medium.
goes to the set dancing and stuff, and you know what I
Ben
mean. with
goes
you.
for the drink, Siobhan.
I know, but it doesn't matter what he goes for. He still goes though with
He
you. Do you know
goes,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Ben
Yeah.
goes. No, he'd be 100%. Ben is a very supportive person
Yeah, in fairness.
and a very kind person and a very loving
Like
family.
I always say about Willie, if I says to Willie, listen, I want to go up there and clean that chandelier and I'm naked, will you hold the ladder? Willie'd say, no bother, could jump up there and I'll hold the ladder. That's what Willie, it doesn't matter what I ever
But he
say.
don't say, no, don't bother, I'll clean.
He wouldn't do so. He'd be hoping because I did say I'd be up there naked,
Oh,
didn't I?
yeah.
No,
Okay.
but in
I
all
missed that
honesty,
bit, Siobhan.
in all honesty, like he is never, it doesn't matter what I ever said I wanted to do or where I ever wanted to go, or you know what I mean. He would have been the one that actually said, "Yeah, try it, Siobhan. Like,
Try it, yeah.
you know what I mean? Try it." Like even when I took different jobs and stuff, Willie was the one to say to me, like, you know, go try it. Sure, it doesn't work, doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he would be very. Now, will he be very? He'd have morals, and you don't cross them morals, and he'd be very, very black and white, as I said to you
Have the
before.
conversation.
Yeah, he definitely would. You know that
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely. But if he thought you wanted to do something, he'd be very supportive. He would.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you want to do, even if he didn't understand your reasoning for doing it or why you'd want to do it, he'd always be there helping you or backing you.
Yeah, yeah. And that's important. But you see, the thing about it is, and you say to yourself, like reading that email, you say, well, there's a person and they're 50 now. And just remember now, I didn't get married till I was 50, you know? So it's not that you're past your sell-by date. It's not that you've missed
Exactly.
the boat. You just, the right boat didn't pull in yet.
Yeah.
And
So there is still
my mother
time
used
for
to
you to
always
meet
say,
somebody.
the
Yeah.
man for you, Nicholas, around the corner. He's just a small bit afraid of you. And I think that was partly true. But yeah, I think the thing, and it goes back to like,
But that's what you like. Remember last week or the other week you said about putting yourself out there and getting into groups and stuff like that.
yeah, it's
Because
about
it's the
putting
only way
yourself
to
out
meet
there.
people, isn't it?
It's the only way to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
And in going into groups and into meeting up with people, like not necessarily in romantic situations, but into rooms with people, you will find your confidence builds. And you will find that, I suppose, that you find an easier way to converse or to present yourself. And again, it's all about putting yourself out there, like as you are.
And I hate the fact in our whole 50 years, like of her being here, I know she's in her 50s, whatever, but I hate the fact that it's the one thing that's stuck
One
in her
thing that
head.
stuck to her.
One thing
Yeah.
that's stuck. And you know, that happens. That
That's
is
it.
like people
Yeah.
say something to you and it's the one thing that sticks in your head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where let it go and start again. And you know, there was no relevance with him, whatever he had to
No.
say, or even him as a person, there was no relevance in your life. So let it go, draw a line underneath it, get yourself a mantra, say it, and move on and join all them clubs and you know what I mean?
Put yourself out there, get going. Do you know what I mean?
You could be at the choral society and meet somebody.
Yeah, like the thing about it is,
Now, if it's anything like our choral society, now, not that I know much about them, but there's a few like missing a pulse. Like, yeah, like I don't know how they sing, never mind breathe.
why?
Because they're queer old. Like,
But sure, all set dancers are like, if you go to a gig, the majority of them are like over 60, 70,
I think a few of them don't have a pulse. Like I've been to
Well,
I've
you
been to
met
different
my
places
friend.
and they've been falling asleep.
You've met my friend PJ.
Yeah, I will now come here and I tell you. DJ is
PJ's
one of a
wonder of a human. 80, he killed me. He's in his 80s.
Is he?
Killed me for
How old is he?
He's 84.
My God,
year.
I swear to God.
Is he 84? 80,
The first
yeah.
time I met him was at your wedding.
Energy like you wouldn't believe.
He came over behind me.
He
Said,
made the
"Will you
whole
get up and
weekend."
dance?"
Yeah.
And I says, "Oh God, no, you're grand." I said, and he says, "What do you mean?" I says, "No," I said, "You're grand." Well, I won't be asking you again. And off he went. I said, "Oh my God, who's this man?"
But he'd be joking like.
No, he was absolutely. But you know what? And
But
then the
he's
next
full
day
of
we had a
energy.
great day with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But
he
like,
was brilliant.
For me, and I know this is not for everyone.
But I mean, he's some energy.
Oh, he's super. But he never stops. Never,
Well, you know what? He puts himself out there.
Yeah, he puts himself out there. And the thing about it is, people talk to me now. Social dancing and set dancing are two of the things that I would have seen and witnessed. Social dancing is something I love. The music, I can waltz, I can jive a little. I'm only learning how to.
I went to Derry Grind a couple of weeks ago.
No, into the KG.
It wasn't even a dance though. It was like,
yeah. See, I would have went if it was a dance, but I'm not going to sit there all night. I'm full of energy.
Very good, very good. I have to say, very good entertainer. But yeah, all right. I wouldn't say I would be. We had a little chat with him afterwards. I wouldn't say I'm going to say it. I wouldn't say as a human being he's the nicest. No,
Yeah.
very good entertainer, absolutely brilliant singer, very, very good at getting the crowd going. As a human being, nah, he's up there with the very small men.
Why?
No, I think he'd know it's like I am me, and like you just come and you're my fans, and that's it. You know what I mean? Very kind
Okay.
of, and I felt like when he spoke a bit down to you.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
I don't know. See, some people, it kind of goes to their head a little bit.
yeah, I definitely
Hang on
think.
one second. I have to leave you, Siobhan, for a
Yeah, it's a
second.
story. Did you notice she's making a habit of this, leaving me? I genuinely feel, not that he'll ever be listening to this podcast, and if he is itself, sure, what difference will it make? I definitely feel that brilliant entertainer, fantastic, but he has no manner to speak to people. That's just my thing. And if you're wondering what this one is doing in the background, she's actually opening parcels again. Open
I am so
parcels.
happy.
Yeah, this is her parcel queen herself. Look.
Parcel Queen. Wait, let's tell you. Do you remember? I don't know whether you remember the last podcast. I had on a trouser suit, and it was from Yours Clothing, and now I've got the green. So I have brown, green, and black. These are the best. They're called
Janie, man.
Bubble, Waffle. No, Bubble.
They're actually waffle
You
material.
know, they're called Bubble on Yours Clothing.
They're actually called waffle material.
They're called. I'm telling them what to look for.
Oh, you could call them bubble, but they are waffle material.
Ignore her, right? They're bubble texture trousers and top from Yours Clothing. They're the best top and trousers I have ever came across.
So look for the bubble,
So-
but it's waffle material. If
Yeah,
you're
she's
aware,
waffling
waffle
again.
material.
She's waffling again. What was I going to say? Anyway, yeah, we're talking about. I suppose the thing about meeting somebody, trying to find a companion, anyone that would put you down in any way, shape, or form is not a companion. No, not.
And likewise, they're not a friend.
They're not a friend. No, anyone that will think they're helping you. And you've had people that say things to you or make comments. Oh, I just said I'd let you know such and such. There's nothing wrong with you as you are. If somebody needs to point something out, then that's for their benefit. That's to make them feel good about themselves. Obviously, like if me knickers is hanging, if I put on
yeah,
outside my
obviously.
trousers, but when it comes to how you look, how how your hair is, what your weight is, anything like that, that's nobody's business.
But they say, though, if you surround yourself with positive people, you become positive. If you surround yourself with hardworking people, you become hardworking. If you surround yourself with negative people, you become negative. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
So choose your circle.
I remember going to a meeting a couple of years ago. Actually, and Mammy came with me, and we had to go to a meeting, and I can't remember what it was about, but it was probably some sort of a community thing. And we went to the meeting, and I came out and I came home, and I said, "Well, that's my last time going there." Mammy said, "Why?" I said, "Pure toxic energy, pure people there, and they were there for nothing, only to disagree, to knock ideas. There was no kind of working together, nothing. And it took all my energy vampires.
Yeah.
And that is, and if that, if somebody drains you in any walk of life, whether it's relationship, whether it's work, whether it's community groups, whether it's voluntary groups, whatever it is, or your social circle, cut them.
And how
Get rid
do
of
you
them.
feel if you were friends with someone for a very long time
And what?
and they were like, they just were very negative people? Like,
If you
do
are
you
not
drop
my
someone
friend,
when
yes.
after years?
Oh yeah. If
Yeah.
somebody drained me, or I felt if I felt it was one sided,
Yeah.
I would quietly just walk away.
Yeah, you see, I'd quietly walk away as well.
Quietly just walk away.
I kind of would back off. I wouldn't be available for
Yeah.
things.
And it takes a lot.
Yeah.
But I'd be the very first person to put myself out there for anybody. If somebody asks for
Mm.
something, I'd be the first up to help you, first up to do it, first up to see, can I, help you out in any way? Do you need something? Whatever. I'd be the first up there. That's not always reciprocated. That is never returned in the way that you give it, and don't ever expect it to be returned. Would it stop me offering my, assistance if somebody needed again? No, because
No.
like I say, if
Yeah, what you are,
I
as
am who I
always
am,
say. But it is
But
nice if somebody
I
actually.
would distance
Yeah.
myself.
It is nice if it is reciprocated. You don't want it don't get me wrong, you don't want that. But you want someone to think, especially your friends.
Yeah.
You want somebody to think as much as you do of them.
Yeah. mean, I have friends, and you know that I have friends from all over the world. Siobhan, I'm international.
She's international.
No, I have friends, like, I know people
Excuse
that
me.
live around the country, and then from other parts of the world as well. I do have friends all over the world through set dancing, thankfully. I've met people from all over the world, and every time I see them, I chat to them, give them a hug, we have a conversation, you know, how are you getting on, stuff like that, you know, acquaintances, shall we say.
Yeah.
But I have friends from all around the country, and we would only see one another. And this is my set dance family. They're my family.
Mm.
They are my set dance.
But they're a lovely group.
Oh, they're the bee's knees. They don't care, you know.
But isn't that lovely? They
Oh,
like you love to meet someone that doesn't give a shite about what you do,
yeah,
where you live, the car you drive, nothing about you, just you as a person, as a companion,
yeah,
as a friend. I love when somebody doesn't need the
yeah.
whole big rap and just needs
And they don't
that
like.
human.
Do you know what the one thing as well, that when Daddy passed away, every single one of them attended the funeral.
Yeah.
Like, obviously with distance, because some of them are all over the place, they attended the funeral, or if they couldn't come, they sent a message, or they, you know, they connected. But they knew I didn't expect them to come and sit with me for hours.
Yeah.
But they came in short support,
Yeah.
and they went on. Uh, and that's what it's about,
Yeah.
you know. And I do think that sometimes friendships are sometimes more important than an actual relationship. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Because for me, I love Ben. Ben
I
loves
think
me.
though, when you're in a relationship, Nicola, like it doesn't matter what you say, and you can say everything, 99%. But there is things you want to actually talk about, and like never mind to them. So it
Well,
is nice
yeah,
to bounce something off somebody
it's
else.
nice to bounce something. But I think as well, like for me and Ben, we never
Because men
actually.
are like aliens.
Men are just different to.
Yeah.
Everybody is different, but a relationship is different. That you talk about.
Men are from Mars.
Yeah, women are from Venus, men are from. You talk about certain things with your partner that you wouldn't talk with your friend, and vice versa. But like, friend, for me anyway, friendship is huge and very important, and it is for Ben. So for Ben and I never go away on our own. We always go away with
Yeah.
a group. We always go
I
away in a
love
group.
going away on my own.
We went to start of this year. We went to Ennish Diamond. It's a set dance weekend, and we went down usually Friday to Monday, and we decided we'd go on Thursday last year because of the storm, and so we decided we'd go Thursday this year. So we went on the Thursday, and we went down early Thursday. And we
Would
went
you
for a
like a bit
swim.
of time
No,
on your own?
we went early on the Thursday. We went for a swim. Then
That's
we
very
had
definite.
dinner. Then we had a few drinks, and we said we'd head to bed early and get an early night. We got up Friday morning. We had our breakfast. Then we went for a swim, and we were like, "What time is everyone getting here at?" We were just sitting there looking at one another like we didn't know what to talk. We were fucking browned off of one another,
Are you
Siobhan.
serious?
Oh my God.
I
We
love.
were like, where is everybody? And I mean, the first one through the door was Maggie, and we're like, Maggie, we're so happy to see you.
And I'm the opposite.
Oh no.
I love going away just myself and Willie. I love it.
When we go away, we sit in the pub. Ben sits one side and I sit the other. We never sit beside one another.
Oh no, like when we go away, we just
Say
we
holding
might go
hands
to no, we don't hold hands.
Lovey-dovey shit.
Here
we go.
we might go to swim,
Say one
or we'll go for a bite to eat, have a few cocktails. And I just love it. I love going away just myself and Will.
Well, I tell you, the height of
Do you know what I think it is?
What?
And don't
Like
forget, like for starters, like we've the dogs at home, we've the kids at home.
With the dogs.
Okay, so I think it's just sometimes it's
No,
away from it all.
we're away from it all. But away from it all on our own is a whole lot. Now, wait to tell you, we're actually going away this week for the first time
On your own?
ever. Yes,
Completely.
completely. I have to do a wedding in the Armada in Spanish Point next Thursday. And I said to Ben, so we might go down and do a night down there to see. Now, price of hotels was too expensive, like really expensive. Talking about over 700 for 2 nights. Not happening. It couldn't do it. It wouldn't pay it. So we got 2 nights in Lahinch for $295 bed and breakfast.
Is that a hotel?
Yes, with a swimming pool.
What hotel is in Lahinch?
The Lahinch Coast Hotel, I think it's called.
Gorgeous, love Lahinch.
And so do I. So we're going anyway.
Yeah.
Going on Wednesday.
Just the two of you.
Just two of us. So we go down on Wednesday. and we'll go early, and we'll have a bit of dinner, and we'll go for a swim, and then we'll go for a few drinks or vice versa, whatever. And then I get up on Thursday, and I'll tip out to Spanish Point. That's Ben's favorite spot. That's where Willy Week always takes place. And we'll tip out Spanish Point, and we'll probably I'll do the wedding, and we'll probably have our dinner in the Armada, and go for a little walk around there, and maybe tip up to Middletown for a
Yeah.
look, and then we'll go back to the hotel and we'll chill out. And I guarantee you, again, Friday morning comes, we'll be like, get me home out here. We'll be like, I'm all talked out.
2
Can't go.
nights.
2 nights. Yeah. We have to be busy.
No, I love it.
Yeah, no, as a couple, when we're away, when we're home, we're quite happily sitting on the couch beside one another for
Yeah.
hours and hours and hours and hours on end, and talk about absolutely everything and nothing. Pure horseshit. But we have sing-alongs. Do you have sing-alongs?
Just 2 of us.
Yeah, just 2 of us.
No.
We have sing-alongs. Very funny.
In the car.
No, in the couch, in the car, anywhere. Me and Ben have sing-alongs. It's
No,
so
with the
funny.
Jews go to a hotel.
No, when we're at home, like if we're going
Oh, when
somewhere.
you're at home, okay.
If we're going somewhere in the car, or if we're sitting here on the couch, a song might come on, and we might say, "Oh, I like that song," and then I'll sing a verse. I'll hand him the pretend microphone, and he'll sing a verse. Like completely, we're mentally unstable most times. But yeah, but like that's it. Like stupid things. Like we spend hours doing stupid things, but when we're away, we like to be in company. We like to be busy. Is
So
it mad?
I would say to you, that lady there,
Get someone who'll sing along with you.
get someone that sings on the same page as you.
Yeah, sings
Sings on the same page as you.
same hymn sheet.
Same hymn
Siobhan.
sheet.
Yeah,
Same hymn sheet.
yeah. No, it's
Because
fine
there
with
is
somebody.
people out there.
Yeah.
Just keep going. And as regards that remark that your so-called friend gave you, not friend, just
No, I reckon
mark
he
it
was
up to
doing
experience.
I reckon he was chancing his arm. He was
Yeah.
trying to bring you down a bit and maybe make you feel vulnerable and probably make a play for you, because that's what it sounds like to me.
Mm.
That's what it sounds like. He was lining himself up to get.
And he knew you were too big
shot
of a
at the
target. He
prize.
would have never got you.
Yeah.
Never got you if he didn't actually put you down first
Yeah.
and
'Cause you
chip
probably
away at
were.
that out confidence. That's
Yeah.
what that was.
That's what it sounds like to me anyway. And I know that's what people do. That's the truth, really. That's how
Yeah.
people work. That's how they do it. But not us, thanks be to God. We are keeping our confidence above board, and that's what it's all about. And again, it's mad when you hear these things coming in. You kind of say to yourself, "Oh, Jesus, what wouldn't you love to be there when that happened?"
Yeah. To say something.
To say and pull them to one
Yeah.
side. And I don't have children.
Yeah.
Again, wouldn't need a whole one. But
Well,
I
you know what
don't
they
have
say,
children.
kids are like farts. You can just about bury your own.
Well, that's true.
That is
Jesus,
very true.
Mine are completely unbearable.
Poor
so I'm glad-
Nicholas.
I'm glad I didn't have children. But I often look at my own nieces and nephews and that growing up, and I'm like, I would literally do fucking jail time for somebody who hurt anybody
Yeah.
that I, loved or whatever. If I had kids, I'd be locked up by now. So
Yeah, it is. It's very hard, like, because you're trying to protect them as best you can, but you're trying not to smother them as well.
yeah,
And like as they get older, they have their own opinions, obviously. And sometimes, like what they're
Yeah.
doing wrong, you have to just let them do it.
oh, I'd have a heart attack. But if somebody said anything like that, to them,
Oh no,
if
I'd kill.
thought I
I'd
would.
kill for my kids. Stop point saying
Somebody said-
anything different. I would.
Actually, a friend of mine, we were out a couple of weeks ago. A friend of mine was telling me, she was in the pub, and she was in the pub one night, and this fella wasn't very nice about her age. He kept saying about her age, and he was saying it on purpose just to bring her down, like just put her down, because there was a joke made about him, and everybody was kind of laughing, and she kind of giggled, but they were slagging
Yeah.
among one another. That's what it was. She had nothing to do with it, but she just overheard it and was laughing. So he decided to turn her on her, and he kept slagging her and slagging her and slagging her about rage and you're so old or whatever. And in the end, she told me the story. I was fuming. I wanted to go down and slap the head off him. I was like, "Are you actually having a laugh?
Yeah.
Who do you think you are talking to somebody like that at any age? You know,
Like, wouldn't you think he'd have a bit of respect because
she's not
she's
that much
supposed to
older
be?
than him.
Oh,
She's only about
okay.
2 or 3 years older than him, but he obviously thinks it's God's gift. I thought it was okay to talk to her like the way he
Yeah.
did. But it's just the way people think it's okay to pass remark.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
okay.
It is.
It's not okay to pass remark.
No.
It's not okay whatsoever. Pass remark on anybody's.
And words hurt. Words hurt. I don't care
Words
what
hurt
anyone
more than
said.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the biggest insult you've ever had
And the biggest insult I've ever had.
that you could bear to say now out? Because I know sometimes.
I can't even think of one, Nicola. I'm sure there is loads. You see, that's the problem. That's the point. It's not that.
Yeah.
The biggest insult I've ever had.
There's my dog going bananas. I don't think that there's loads, Siobhan. I think it's just that we learned at a very young age to push them aside.
Yeah, I probably did. Like, well, you know what? You probably wouldn't know that. You know when somebody says something to you and they're talking about maybe something that they think is over your head? Like if they're in a conversation, say, oh
Yeah.
yeah, you probably wouldn't know that one now, but sorry, why would you think I don't know?
Yeah.
I hate when people do that now.
Do you know what? I actually
Do you ever get that?
two from the same person, and you have just reminded me when you asked me, did a friend or anyone ever say that?
Yeah.
Two from the same person. Now, and I'll tell you, I was actually after going away to Tremor with Mammy.
Yeah.
I think I won a few pounds or something on a lotto ticket or something. I said to Mammy, do you know what? Feck it. We'll go to Tremor. So we went bananas and we went down to whatever the hotel is in Tremor and went to the, what do you call that, Splash World. Was that
Yeah,
there?
Splash World, yeah.
And I remember I was meeting my friend the following week and she said, what you doing? I said, I went to Tremor. And Mammy, myself and I went swimming. And she went, you went swimming? And I said, yeah. And she went, you went swimming in a swimming togs? I
Yeah.
was like, yeah. And she said, well, good on you.
Yeah. Like yeah, they're the
I'm
kind of
like,
things.
what?
Passive
What?
aggressive, is that what you
Yeah,
call it now?
passive aggressive.
Mm.
Asshole is what I call it.
Yeah.
Anyway, and the very same person, right? Another time there was a book came out. I don't know whether you've heard of The Key.
No. What's it about?
Well, have you heard of The Secret?
I have heard of The
Okay.
Secret, yeah.
Well, the book came out called The Secret.
Yeah.
And I said to her, she was obviously into this manifesting and everything. So I said, there's a great book out. It's called The Secret. And I got it for her
Yeah.
as a present. And I said, you would love this. This is something you're into. You love mantras and you love manifesting and all of that. And this is a great book for you. So I gave it to her as a present. And then come the next Christmas, she came up with a present wrapped. And I opened it. It was a book called The Key. And I said, oh, wow. And she said, yeah, it's very much like The Secret, but it's easier for you to read.
Yeah. You see,
And I'm like, what?
that's so condescending, isn't it?
What? I was like, go away from me. Now, that same person, I went down to a night out one night.
Yeah.
And I wore a black pinstripe skirt. This was when I was, funky. I'm too lazy to get dressed like that now. I had a black pinstripe skirt, a pair of black knee-high boots, a red shirt, and a black belt. You know, the tie waist, the
Gorgeous.
elastic, thick belts on the waist.
Wasp belt.
What?
Wasp belt.
Wasp belt.
That's
What's
what
that
we're
mean?
called.
It stung the arse off me trying to get on and
Yeah,
off.
the wasp belt. It's the
Oh,
elastic at the back and then
elastic.
the buckle at the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasp belt.
Well, I had a wasp belt on.
Yeah.
So pinstripe skirt, red shirt, wasp belt, jewelry on, hair
Looking
all funky,
fabulous.
very fabulous, and wore it that night. The following week we were going out. She had a black pinstripe skirt, a red shirt, and a black wasp belt on her.
Well, they say when somebody copies you, it's the highest form of flattery.
Imitation is a form of flattery, yes. And at that moment, I realized, this is what I'm saying. At that moment, it was then I realized that this person wants me as a friend because she thinks it makes her look cooler.
Yeah.
But because I turned it out the week before, she then tried to
You need to pull it back a bit
imitate.
and try
Yeah.
and imitate.
And and that was really so like insults come in all shapes and forms. A friend who puts you down is not a friend, or a friend who, I suppose, sees you for anything except for your heart
Yeah.
is not someone you want in your company.
No.
No.
No, and
There's your
surround
point.
yourself with positive people. And when you do, the positivity just flows and it becomes much easier.
Yeah.
And you always want someone, like your friends should support you. Like, so if your friends aren't supporting you, then they aren't your friends.
No.
They
No.
they don't have to agree with you. They don't have to like what you're doing. But you know what? You need to know
They
that
shouldn't take from you.
no, they should be able to say to you, look, I don't love what you're doing, but look, I support you in everything you do.
Yeah.
You know, and that's very important. So whether it's your friend, your partner, whoever it is, that's the kind of people you want to surround yourself with.
Yeah.
And
100%.
you lose the extra baggage then if it's not working.
Yeah. But anyway, we have some exciting things ahead, haven't we? We're not going to tell you what they are.
We have.
But watch this space.
Yes.
We have, obviously, our podcast is visual.
Yeah.
So we are going to be, maybe having an adventure or two coming up. But you'll have to tune in if you want to see what's happening. But we'll give you a warning when it is.
Yeah.
But so far, so good. We've been enjoying the podcast. If there is anything, or there's anything that's bothering you, or something something might have clicked, that somebody said something, or maybe you have a mantra that you'd like to share that you use that gets you through.
We'll take all the
through
mantras we
this.
can get.
We will take anything that comes our
We
way.
will take all the
This
mantras we can
is
get.
called This Big Life, the Confidence True Conversation podcast for a reason. We want to be putting it out there. We want to be helpful to ourselves, first of all,
Yeah.
because we do need a push sometimes in life too.
Yeah.
But you also. So if you have anything you want to say to us, you can email us on
This Big Life
at
yahoo.com.
yahoo.com.
And like sometimes, it's very true. A problem spoke about is a problem halved, isn't it? So, if there's something on your mind and there's something that's really bothering you and maybe you don't know how to fix it, we are not agony aunts by any means, but we will bring it to the table. We will talk about it. And you know what? Maybe somebody will put in their opinion. And between us all, we'll have a chat about it. And you will feel better about it.
We mightn't figure it out, but we'll have a chat about it.
But you know what, years ago, actually, just before we go, like my friend, like when I'd have a row with my mother or something, and we had, like, because we lived in Dunboyne. So she lived in one end of Dunboyne and I lived in the other end, right? So we say, right, we'll meet at the bench outside on the green, outside Brady's pub. So Brady's pub was over there, like, I wasn't in Brady's pub, I was over here on the bench. And we'd get a bag of chips, right? So I'd be giving it. She said, so Mommy done this. Oh, Mommy, I'm like, what you tell you, Mommy done. Anyway, and she'd be after giving it out because she was, I think it was 12 in her family. Very big family. If I got it wrong, Gracie, I'm sorry.
It's an army.
But anyway, loads of them. But anyway, we'd meet at that bench and we'd watch everyone going in and out, like feeling sorry for ourselves. We'd look at everyone going in and out Brady's. We'd have a bag of chips. And by the time we trashed it out, I give out about Mommy, she give out about whatever was going on with her mother or her family or whatever, and whoever else was going on was after annoying me and my family. I was after trashing out with her. By the time we left that bench and ate those bag of chips, she went one way, I went the other. I was like a different person.
Yeah. See, that's
so
what happens.
People don't do that anymore.
No. And I do say, I have a couple of people, and brides, one of the things I do tell my brides and my couples, Siobhan has been after me, like she said, how do you, like, you put more work on yourself, Nicola, necessarily. Yeah. Like, but to me, it's not work. I like what I do and I enjoy doing it. It is a lot of work, but I love doing it. But I do always say to my couples, it doesn't matter what it is, even if it's nothing to do with ceremony, send me a message.
Yeah.
And if you feel like blowing off steam, take up your WhatsApp, record everything in a voice note and just send it to me. And then it's out of your system, it's out in the open, and it is gone into the universe. And it's confidential. No one else will hear it, just me. Like, I get the message and that'll be it. But it just gives you that.
Because it's stressful.
Yeah, to verbalize or vocalize how you're feeling. And once you have it out, and that's the other thing when we're talking about talking on stories and Instagram and stuff, I find it very therapeutic on my bad days to come on sometimes and say,
and just talk.
I'm having a shit day today.
Yeah.
And then people respond back to me and send me messages and say, look, Nicola, I was listening to your story. I'm not in the best myself, or I had a bad day today myself. And then I feel instantly better because someone else has connected with me and said, I felt
and
better.
they've said what's what as well.
Yeah. So
there it is. It's all about talking. It's all about airing your bits and airing your bits.
You can air your bits all you like.
Air your bits.
I'm here to nothing.
Marjorie has got a patch on. Let's get them out there, love.
Is that again? She'd be naked on a podcast one of these days, I swear.
Oh, Jesus, I'm better dressed. I can tell you, I look better dressed. Lads, have a great week. And thanks for tuning in again. And again, don't forget to send in the messages. You'll find us on My Fab Curvy Life. You'll find us on This Big Life at yahoo.com. You'll find us on Nicola Moore Celebrant. Nicola Moore Celebrant. Nicola Moore Celebrant, yeah. So you know what? You can send us them little DMs. We love a little DM. You love a DM,
yeah.
Don't you?
Love sliding into the DMs.
Lads, have a great week. And we'll talk to you on next week again. Take care.
Okay,
bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
We talk. Hey, you made it. Take a breath. This is your moment. Right here, right now. We talk big dreams, small steps, real days, messy hearts, and finding our way. Welcome to this big life, where the way things change everything. life.